how to find out number of sigma bond and pi bond in a molecule. So a single bond is always sigma, a double bond is 1 sigma 1 pi, a triple bond contains 1 sigma and 2 pi, but C2 molecule is exception. In C2 molecule both the bond of double bond are pi in nature. After this, we have discussed the formula how to find out the number of sigma bond and pi bond. And the first case will be for open chain molecule. For open chain molecule, number of sigma bond will be equal to total number of atoms minus 1. Total number of atoms minus 1. And for cyclic molecule, for cyclic chain molecule, number of sigma bond equal to total number of atoms. Now we have to find out the number of pi bond or double bond equivalent DBE or degree of unsaturation of a molecule. Degree of unsaturation of a molecule. In this case, formula applied will be summation of n into V minus 2 over 2 plus 1, where n is the atoms of one element, V is its valency, and others are constant. And for cyclic molecule, the number of pi bond will be summation of n into V minus 2 over 2 plus 1 minus number of cyclic ring. So we can say that a cyclic ring is equivalent to a pi bond. A cyclic ring is equivalent to a pi bond. Later on in organic chemistry, we have to write down the isomers. So for that, we have to keep it in mind. A pi bond is equivalent to a cyclic ring. A pi bond is equivalent to a cyclic ring. Now we have to apply these formulas for few molecules whose number of sigma and pi bond may be asked in your exam. And the first case will be how many sigma and pi bond are present in enolic form of acetone. Enolic form of acetone. How many sigma and pi bond are present in enolic form of acetone? For acetone, the formula will be CH3COCH3. This is keto form, and its enolic form can be formed by 1,3 migration of hydrogen, and for that the formula should be CH2 double bond C OH CH3, and this is the enolic form. Now in this, number of sigma bond will be 9 and number of pi bond will be equal to 1 in both the forms, and number of lone pair are also same. Number of lone pair are 2. For enolic form as well as keto form, number of sigma bond will be 9. We have to find all single bond as well as one among the double bond. Number of pi bond will be 1 and number of lone pair will be 2 on oxygen atom. After this, next question will be how many sigma and pi bonds are present in benzene. How many sigma and pi bond are present in benzene? For benzene, the formula will be C6H6. So here, number of sigma bond will be 12 and pi bond will be 3. Number of sigma bond will be 12 and pi bond will be 3. Now we have to discuss about number of sigma and pi bond in allyl cyanide. Number of sigma and pi bond in allyl cyanide. As we know, allyl means the compound in which the substituent is present on a carbon adjacent to the double bond. For allyl cyanide, formula will be Cn CH2 CH double bond CH2. So here number of sigma bond will be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9. Sigma bond will be 9 and pi bond will be 3. Sigma bond 9, pi bond 3. Next case might be how many sigma and pi bond are present in this molecule. 4 CN group are present on ethene. Then how many sigma and pi bond are present? So in this case, number of sigma bond are 9 as well as number of pi bond are 9. Number of sigma bond are 9 as well as pi bond are 9. Next question might be how many sigma and pi bond are present in buta 1,3-diene. Buta 1,3-diene. For buta 1,3-diene, the structure will be CH2 double bond CH, single bond CH, double bond CH2. So here number of sigma bond will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 2, 9. Sigma bond will be 9 and pi bond will be 2. I hope you understand what is the basic of sigma and pi bond counting. A single bond is always sigma bond. A double bond contains one sigma and one pi except C2 molecule, and a triple bond contains one sigma and two pi. After this, now we have to discuss on basis of formula. A compound is given, an organic compound has formula, C4H6. C4H6. Then how many? Sigma and pi bond are present? How many sigma and pi bond are present in it? If first case is it has open chain structure. Second case is it has cyclic chain structure. So for sigma bond in open chain molecule, will be equal to total atoms minus 1. So it comes out to be 9. Now we have to find out the pi bonds. So pi bond will be number of carbon atom 4, valence is 4, minus 2, plus number of hydrogen atom 6, valence is 1, minus 2, upon 2, plus 1. And that value comes out to be 2. So pi bond will be 2. This is case for sigma open chain molecule. And second case is for cyclic molecule. Number of sigma bond will be 10, equal to total number of atoms, and number of pi bond will be equal to 2 minus 1, as one cyclic ring is there. So pi bond will be 1. I hope you understand. Next question I am taking, how many sigma and pi bond are present in a molecule C4H8O? How many sigma and pi bond are present in a molecule C4H8O if it has open chain structure? And second case is it has one cyclic ring in it. In case of open chain structure, number of sigma bonds will be equal to total number of atoms minus 1, so it comes out to be 12, and pi bond will be 4 into 4 minus 2 plus 8 into 1 minus 2 plus 1 into 2 minus 2 upon 2 plus 1, and that comes out to be 1. So pi bond will be 1 when it has open chain structure, and if cyclic structure will be there, the number of sigma bond will be 13 equal to total number of atom, and pi bond will be equal to 1 minus 1, that comes out to be 0. I hope you understand what is the significance and how to calculate sigma and pi bonds. After this, we have to discuss two more important terms of this chapter, and that topic is hybridization. What is hybridization and how can we find out the hybridization state of any atom in a molecule? First of all, we have to understand what is hybridization. Hybridization means intermixing of two or more atomic orbital having slightly different energy and slightly different shape to give the orbital of same energy and same shape, that is known as hybridization. Hybridization may be defined as the intermixing of two or more atomic orbital having slightly different energy and slightly different shape to give the orbital of same energy and same shape, that is known as hybridization. And hybridization can be found out by use of four formulas. Hybridization can be found out by use of four formulas, but you must have to use only two. First, I am taking for inorganic molecule. For inorganic molecule, number of hybridized orbital denoted by X should be equal to valence electron of central atom, plus number of monovalent atom added plus minus charge upon 2. By use of this formula, you will get a number, and on basis of that number we can predict the hybridization state. If number will be 2, then it will be sp hybridization. Number will be 3, then hybridization will be sp2. If 4, then it can be sp3. But in some special cases, it can be dsp2 also. Later on we will discuss. 5 sp3d, 6 sp3d2, 7 sp3d3. On basis of this, we will get a number. If that number will be 2, sp hybridization, 3 sp2, 4 sp3, but special case dsp2 also, 5 sp3d, 6 sp3d2, 7 sp3d3. This formula is going to be applied for inorganic molecules. And the second formula for organic molecule, the formula applied will be number of hybridized orbital X will be equal to number of sigma bond plus number of lone pair. So always keep it in mind, a pi bond is always formed by unhybridized orbital. While sigma bond is formed by hybridized orbital, as well as lone pair will also remain in the hybridized orbital. So these two formulas are enough to find out the hybridization for any molecule. For inorganic, you can apply the first one, and according to that, number of hybridized orbital should be equal to valence electron of the central atom plus number of monovalent atom added plus minus charge upon 2. And the second case will be for organic molecule. For that, number of hybridized orbital will be number of sigma bond plus number of lone pair. Other than this, few more formulas are given in your books, and the next one will be hybridized orbital will be equal to surrounding atom plus half of ground state valence electron minus valency plus minus charge. With the help of this formula also we are going to find out the number of hybridized orbital. Number of surrounding atom plus half of ground state valence electron minus valency plus minus charge. And the last formula, which is commonly given in the books, that will be, we have to find out the total valence electron of the molecule. We have to find out the total valence electron of the molecule. If they are greater than 8, then divide by 8. We will get quiescent and remainder. And if remainder is greater than 2, then divide by 2. We will get second quiescent and second remainder. So hybridized state will be first quiescent plus second quiescent plus second remainder. And in case if the electron are less than or equal to 8, then divide by 2. Then in that case, the hybridized orbital will be first quiescent plus first remainder. There are 4 formulas by which we can find out the hybridization, but you can use only first two to find out hybridization of any molecule. The first one is for inorganic and the second one is for organic. Now I am going to use these formulas to find out the hybridization, which are commonly asked in your exams. And the first case is, what is the hybridization state and shape of following molecule according to Vesper theory? And the first molecule is BeCl2. Already we have discussed. Now we have to discuss hybridization also. Next is BF3. Next is CH4. Next one is CO32 negative. Next one is CCl4. Next molecule is SiH4. Next is NH3. Next one is NH4 positive. Next one is PCl3. Next one is PCl5. Next one is H2S. Next one is H2O. Next one is SO2. Next one is SO42 negative. Next one is SO3. SF4. SF6. ICl2 negative. BRF5. CLF3. IF7. XCF2. XCF4. XCF6. XCO3. XCO4. Next one is XCOF2. And the last one is XeO2F2. Here we have to find out the hybridization as well as shape. First case, the hybridization will be 2 valence electron plus 2 monovalent atom upon 2, that comes out to be 2. So hybridization will be sp and shape will be linear because only 2 bond pair are there. Next is BF3, 3 valence electron of boron plus 3 monovalent atom upon 2, that comes out to be 3. So hybridization will be sp3, shape will be trigonal planar. For CH4, valence electron of carbon 4, monovalent atom 4 upon 2, that comes out to be 4. Hybridization sp3, shape is tetrahedral. Next one is very important one, carbonate ion. Valence electron of carbon 4. Oxygen is a divalent atom, we need not to add it, but 2 negative charge is there, then plus 2 upon 2, that comes out to be 3. So it will be sp2 and shape will be trigonal planar. CCl4, 4 plus 4 by 2, that comes out to be 4. sp3 tetrahedral. SiH4, same way we may proceed. 4 valence electron plus 4 monovalent atom upon 2, that comes out to be 4 sp3. shape will be tetrahedral. For ammonia, there are 5 valence electron of nitrogen plus 3 monovalent atom upon 2, that comes out to be 4 sp3, but shape will be pyramidal due to one lone pair. For ammonium ion, 5 plus 4 minus 1 upon 2, that comes out to be 4 sp3 tetrahedral. For PCl3, it will be 5 plus 3 upon 2, that comes out to be 4 sp3 pyramidal. Same way for PCl5, 5 plus 5 upon 2, that comes out to be 5, so sp3d, and shape will be trigonal bipyramidal. H2S, 6 valence electron of sulfur plus 2 monovalent atom hydrogen upon 2, 4 sp3, but shape will be V shape or bend shape. Similarly for water, oxygen 6 valence electron plus 2 upon 2, 4 sp3, V shape. SO2 6 by 2, as oxygen is a divalent atom, we need not to add it. 6 by 2, that comes out to be 3 sp2, V shape. SO4 2 negative, sulfur 6 valence electron plus 2 negative charge upon 2, that comes out to be 4 sp3, so it will be tetrahedral. Next one is SO3, 6 by 2, that comes out to be 3 sp2 trigonal planar. SF4, 6 plus 4 by 2, 5 sp3d CSO. SF6, 6 plus 6 by 2, that comes out to be 6 sp3d2, and it will be octahedral or square bipyramidal. ICl2 negative, 7 plus 2 plus 1 by 2, that comes out to be sp3d, and it will be linear. BRF5, 7 plus 5 by 2, that will be sp3d2, shape will be square pyramidal. ClF3, sp3d, 7 plus 3 by 2, 5, that will be sp3d, shape will be T shape. IF7, 7 plus 7 by 2, that will be sp3d3, and shape will be pentagonal bipyramidal. XCF2, it will be 8 plus 2 by 2, 5 sp3d, shape will be linear. XCF4, 8 plus 4 by 2, that will be 6, so sp3d2 square planar. XCF6, 8 plus 6 by 2, 7 sp3d3, so it will be distorted octahedral. XCO3, 8 by 2, that will be 4 sp3, shape will be pyramidal. XCO4, 8 by 2 sp3 tetrahedral. XCOF2, 8 plus 2 by 2, 5 T shape. XCO2F2, it will be 8 plus 2 by 2 sp3d, and shape will be CSO. मेरे ख्याल से भाई आपको हाइब्रिडाइजेशन एंड शेप सन में आ गया होगा. नेक्स्ट वी हैव टू डिस्कस अबाउट organic molecule and their hybridization, and the first case is 1,3-butadiene. In 1,3-butadiene, what is the hybridization state of each carbon? In 1,3-butadiene, what is the hybridization state of each carbon? In Ormic, you have to find out hybridization by taking number of sigma bond and number of lone pair. For this carbon, hybridization will be sp2. For next one, it will be sp2. Next one will be sp2, and the last one will be also sp2. Because each is having 3 sigma bond, no lone pair. Next case might be CH3, C, triple bond C, CH, double bond CH, CH3. In this case, we have to find out hybridization. First carbon sp3, 4 sigma bond. Second sp, 2 sigma bond. Next one is sp. Next is sp2. Next one is sp2, and the last one is sp3. Now I suppose you can solve the problem regarding hybridization of any molecule. After this, we have to discuss one more important topic that is going to be used in organic chemistry also, and that topic is resonance. That topic is resonance. First of all, we have to know what is resonance. Resonance means existence of same molecule in more than one structure, but neither is the actual structure, that is known as resonance. the existence of same molecule in more than one structure, but neither is the actual structure, that is known as resonance. For example, CO2 molecule can have three resonating structure. CO2 molecule can have three resonating structure. That's why the carbon-oxygen bond is average of carbon-oxygen single bond, carbon-oxygen double bond, and carbon-oxygen triple bond. Here triple bond will be there. On this side there will be a single bond. That's why oxygen should have negative charge. And next resonating structure will be like this. Single bond oxygen is having negative charge. In this side triple bond oxygen is having positive. And due to resonance, the carbon-oxygen bond in CO2 has average bond length of carbon-oxygen single bond, double bond, and triple bond. Similarly, for buta-1,3-diene, three resonating structure are possible. This double bond gets shifted there, and this one goes there. So that's why the first resonating structure will be CH2 is having negative charge. Here double bond, sorry, positive, and this one is having negative charge. And reverse might happen. CH2 is having negative charge, and that is having positive. Now we have to discuss about the characteristics of resonance. So keep it in mind, all the resonating structure should have same arrangement of atom. All resonating structures should have same arrangement of atom. All structures should have same number of unpaired electron, but they might have difference of arrangement of electron pair. They might have difference of arrangement of electron pair, and no resonating structure can have second period element with more than 8 electron. No resonating structure can have second period element with more than 8 electron. And the last one will be, more will be the number of covalent bond, more will be the stability. More will be number of covalent bond, more will be the stability of molecule. Next, among charge separated structure, if negative charge lies on electronegative atom and positive charge lies on electropositive atom, then stability will be more. So more will be resonating structure, more will be the stability. And the last topic for today we are going to discuss, that is resonance energy. Resonance energy may be defined as the theoretical value of the reaction minus experimental value of reaction, that is known as resonance energy. Or it may be defined as the difference in the energy of a contributing structure and most stable structure is known as resonating energy. The difference in the energy of a contributing structure and most stable structure, that is known as resonance energy. Mathematically it can be found out by taking the theoretical value of the reaction minus experimental value of the reaction. With the help of this we can solve the numericals also. And with this we come to end for today's lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss about the MO theory and hydrogen bonding, as well as some weak forces of attraction, and with that we will finish this chapter. Till then, stay connected, stay healthy, and be studied. Thank you.